Hey guys, welcome to the third part of the continuous join as you go for hexagons using single crochet tutorial. And this is the last part of this tutorial. And let me back up just a second more so I can show you what we're going to do today. So today we're going to join the third row from the right hand side of hexagons, and also with the information that you have from this part of the tutorial plus parts 1 and 2, you'll be able to join all of the remaining rows of your hexagons. So for today we're just going to finish this row and pretend that this is the end of our blanket, and then go ahead and finish out the entire join until we meet back up here in the upper right hand corner of the blanket where we began. All right, so basically we ended up part 2, we ended in this spot right here. I'm at the corner of the blanket where I showed you guys when I zoomed out, and this is the bottom hexagon in my row of hexagons here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up my loop, and if I can, there we go, pick up my loop, and I have 2 single crochet in this corner, so all I need is my chain 1. Okay, and then I have my next motif here. So just like we always have done, I've got 1 single crochet, release the loop, find that first stitch, insert hook front to back, grab the loop, pull it through. We learned this even as early as part 1. Go ahead and do another single crochet, that way I can join up this one. Okay, and now this is just like a review. I'm going to work a couple more stitches, but otherwise I'm going to join across the side, and after I work these couple of stitches I'll show you where I am. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit pause so I can finish joining the side, since you've seen that part multiple times. Okay, so here's where I am. I'm in my first zigzag here from where I ended up on part 2, and I'm going to join across here. So I'll meet you guys and I'll do a quick review of what we do at the corner. Okay, so a real quick review of how we do our corner here. When you have your hexagon coming to a point, meeting 2 hexagons that are complete. So I've already made 1 stitch in the corner. I've released the loop. I'm going to insert hook front to back through that corresponding stitch, pull it through. Okay, and then I'm going to make another stitch in the same corner, release the loop. Now I've got my 2 center stitches unworked here, front to back through the first one, back to front through the second one. Grab my loop and pull it through both centers so they're all joined up. 1 more stitch in the corner, and find that corresponding stitch on the next motif. Now we're moving across the motifs. Insert hook front to back, grab the loop, pull it through. Okay, and now that's how we take care of our corner. I'm at this corner where my 2 motifs in progress are coming up to a point of the hexagon that's complete. So I'm going to go ahead and put a single crochet in the corner of my hexagon in progress. Okay, and then go ahead and join it to the corresponding stitch, and now I'm going to chain 1, skip over this center corner stitch in it, and then you'll remember that stitch for later. Remember, whenever we come back to join it later on, I'm going to pick up my next motif, single crochet in the corner. This is all a review from part 2, so if this is feeling fuzzy, go ahead and rewatch part 2 so you can see this in more detail. Skip my stitch here, go into my next one. Okay, so now, yes, So now I'm going to go ahead and keep on going. So the next stitch that I'll have to join is the next DC after the corner. See right here? So that's the next stitch. So we'll have one single crochet in the corner, one single crochet in the corner, pull the loop through, chain one and skip that center corner stitch, single crochet, pull the loop through the next stitch, and then continue. That means our corner is done. Okay, so those are the review of the two types of corners that you can have on whenever you're doing your zigzag. And so I'm going to just go ahead and meet you guys at the top of the blanket after I've joined on all of the remainder of the motifs. Okay, so I'm going ahead and zigzagging along here, and I will meet you guys when I'm up here at the top of the blanket. Okay, see you guys in a sec. So there I am at the top of the blanket there, and now I'm going to make like a C motion, just like on part 2 of our join. So I'll see you guys at this corner after I work 1, 2, 3, 4 sides plain on this hexagon. Okay, right? The sun is shining now, so it's a little bright, but here we are at the corner. So I've done one single crochet in the corner, and I have my loop hanging free here. So I'm going to go through the stitch that we skipped, if you recall from part 2. Go through the skipped corner stitch, and underneath the chain 1, grab the loop, pull it through, and under that chain 1, oh, I don't chain any there, go ahead and make my next stitch. So I'm pulling that through the corresponding corner stitch on the next motif. So I'm going across these two motifs here. Okay, single crochet, pull the loop through the next stitch, and continue on with our first DC after the corner. Okay, so now our corner is joined up, and that is what we're going to be doing at all of the corners for the remainder of this row of hexagons. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of them, since that's just a review from part 2 actually. And I'll see you guys when I'm at the bottom of the blanket down here. I've blocked out the sun a little bit just so you guys can see. But I'm here now at the bottom of the blanket, and I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do when we meet up with this join. Now, our plan now is just to continue around the blanket because we've worked our final row of hexagons. So we've got 2 stitches, 2 single crochet already in our corner. So we're going to go ahead and make that 3rd single crochet. Okay, and then all we're going to do is slip stitch into the join and make our next single crochet. And I'm keeping everything nice and tight there. No extra chains or anything, because when we continue on around the blanket, that this particular corner is an angle like this, so we don't want it to lay flat like that or pucker or anything. So we want to make sure that we're able to angle down and go around the blanket. So we'll work 3 single crochet in the corner of these as usual, and then do that thing we did just a second ago, single crochet in the corner, slip stitch into this join, center join, and then single crochet in this corner. Okay, and we'll continue to move around the blanket, and actually this will go ahead and get us all the way back to the beginning of our join. So I'm at the very beginning of my join now. So once you make it all the way around to this part, it's like a celebratory moment. So for dramatic effect, I already have my 3 single crochets in the beginning, since we started out with 3. And so I'm up to my final DC, so I'm just going to slip stitch in my first single crochet, and that's it. All right, so we've worked all the way around the perimeter, and yeah, so that's the continuous single crochet join as you go using PLT, the pull loop through method. You can see that it does let your motifs kind of sing a little bit. The join is not very wide with single crochet. You can do it also with half double or with double crochet, and obviously you're just going to get a wider border there. But I like the way that this join has a lot of integrity. It's not it's like a net. It basically forms a net, so it's not like puckering or wonky. It's very rigid, and so it holds your motifs in place really well. But now at this point, all you would do is go ahead and just join your half hexagons if you are using those to square off your blanket, and then just fill in the zigzag sides and you've got yourself a blanket. So I do recommend the continuous join because it's fast. You don't have all these interruptions where you can easily get distracted. And so that's why I do so many continuous join tutorials, because it's just, I know it can be intimidating, but hopefully, you know, you'll be able to use some of these joins in your projects even as a beginner, and really change the way that you join your motifs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this join, and I'll be doing many more to come on my YouTube channel. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you do happen to use it, tag me in social media or comment down below and I'll check out your work. All right, happy crafting, you guys. See you later.